Alright, hello, welcome. Today we are going to take a look at a game that's called Aquatico, which is a deep sea colonized survival game. It might be a little bit similar to stuff like Frostpunk or other simulators like that. It's kind of new. Also, one thing that I noticed immediately, if we go into the menu, can you hear that? That's just a horrible sound for if you need to tweak something. It was just murdering my ears. It's like very high-pitched noise. I cannot say I'm a fan of that. But yeah, nevertheless, let's just go back. I never played this before. This is the first time I'm taking a look at it with you, so any mistakes that are gonna happen because of that. But let's go ahead and start a new game. So we can name a colony, we can pick a banner. We want to name it? Probably not. Just keep it something standard. I don't have high hopes for the first one. I kind of chose this because the other stuff doesn't really look very good. Much of these symbols are like very odd to me. Just stick the cogwheel on it. And there is no orange color, so let's stick with yellow. Let's click continue. Okay, Shell Reef, that's probably standard map. Dark Abyss, challenging mode. Neptune's thrown beneath the ocean, a lot of challenging modes. Sunken Rift. We want to pick one of the normal maps, Wasteland. I guess having... That one was a big one. Underwater Sierra. It looks interesting. This one looks like it might be good to learn stuff on. But let's stick with what the game showed us the first time, and it was Shallow Reef. Hello, Flying Dancer, welcome. Blah. I have my cats here, but they are sleeping, they don't want to come. Let's continue with this. New game, population. So you can increase, decrease resources. Mediums. Modifies the amount of starting resources, right. Or modifies how rich stone metal deposits. If there is limited amount of stuff, I usually don't like that, so let's put it on high. Normal events, normal disasters, starting month. I'd like to start in January. And keep this, yeah, resources medium. It suggested high resources, but I think we can manage with mediums. I never played this, but if it's similar to any other games we played, which it probably will, like Surviving Mars, Frostpunk, Surviving the Aftermath, this sort of thing, we should be fine. So let's take a look at it.
We were bound for the stars, but the stars had other plans for us.
Still way too loud for me.
Our cities were bright. We were walking in the sunlight. And then Nimrod struck. Arriving from the stars, the asteroid obliterated our world. Radiation spread, the climate changed, and sea levels increased. The oceans were our demise, but now they're a chance for survival. Beneath the waves, we will find a new home, and you will be there to build it.
Okay, so world was struck with a comet, and now we have to live in the sea. Great. Choose a location for people to build a subsurface base. Okay. Can build local grade, right. Fertile area, crude oil, rich area, radioactive area, or rich area, abyss. Right, so we probably don't want to build on anything special. if you can help it. But sort of nearby everything would be good, I guess. It doesn't seem like the map is too big, but we'll see. I guess you place it somewhere over here. This bit of fertile land is probably unusable for anything else anyways. Just build here. Subsurface base established. Welcome, Sea Mayor. Leading the water colony is a great responsibility, but we at New Atlantis have no doubt you can handle it. Going underwater is our last chance of survival since the asteroid hit made the surface uninhabitable. Focus on the production of plastics for construction, fuel for heating, and food for our people. Cold winter currents will strike soon. Build a beacon of civilization and give hope to mankind in these hard times. Follow the tutorial to learn how to build and organize your underwater colony. Okay, the first thing we need to fix is this horrible sound in the UI. It's just the high-pitched thing. It's killing my ears. It's horrible. A lot of bubble. Let's tweak the music up a bit. But everything else was fine. Maybe UI, bring it down a bit. It's really bad. Hey Mort, welcome. And the sea cows. I don't know. It's possible. I think you mean Manitou. Manatee, or whatever they are called in English. Okay. Hover over the highlighted icons to continue. Yeah, I wanted to... What's the game? So, credits. That's money, I guess. Right? Yeah. Income, I would go... So, upkeep or expense is the lower part. Food. So we have mussels, small fish, and then nothing else. Sea cow in German. Okay. In here it's kapustniak, so it's just like totally different thing. Medicine, basic goods, clothes, furniture, decorations, luxuries, battery, drone consumption, right, sponge. I don't know what we need that for yet. Oxygen, fuel, crude oil, electricity, plastics, tools, iron, stone, quartz, glass, concrete. Residents, we have 2 adults, 1 family, 2 engineers. Drones, 12 drones. Yeah, we can pause the game. Try all the controls below to continue. Happiness. What is that? Influence points. Enacting directives. Okay. Oxygen sounds kind of important. Yeah, probably is. A lot of it is, but never played this, so I have to figure it out. Fast, hold right mouse button to move the camera, hold middle mouse button to pan it. Open the production building group through the game toolbar. Left mouse click. I think it's... Let's buff it for you, but then I'm gonna bring it down in the game because for me it's too loud. Apply it. Well, that's probably better. Left mouse click, use the game toolbar to give specific orders to workers and drones. Right, so we have this for production, gatherer's place. Select and build a gatherer's place on the seabed. Idle workers or idle drones will take resources from your subsurface base or depot, transport materials to designated construction site. When enough materials are at the site, the drones will start constructing. Well, first I need to kinda take a look at this. So what do we have here? So these are resources, these are like piles of things. I don't here, right? Subsurface base 1, objectives. No, directives, right? So that's like, you know, taxes and such, yeah. There's income. Looks like we have some base income probably. Right. So, what's the date? These are drones, I guess, yeah. These are the drones, they have battery, energy mechanic, that's their health, I guess. Electronic software, condition of everything, okay. So they have 4 different health bars that need to be upkept, I guess. We also should have a couple of people, yeah. There's a human, they need to have a switch to be out here. And so we should be building a gatherer's place, so a hub for crews gathering edible maritime fauna like mussel, sea snails and sea cucumber. Food tier 1, operated by drone or gatherer drone. It costs 40 credits and thread a sponge. So need a sponge. Do you need a sponge to like dry up stuff? When you build it, that doesn't seem good. Also, it should be built on fertile land, I think, right? Can we see like efficiency of it, or no? I guess we are just gonna build it somewhere and then see what happens. So we can rotate it. It has the little place where the workers will come out, and so it can be. We probably want to keep roads, but what I would like to know is if there is road, I need to know how like wide I need to have it. Preferably 1 tile. Okay, where do we build that? Kind of feel like building it here in the back, but it's or I guess. If it's just like whatever's under it, if it's not outside gathering but inside gathering, you know? I really don't know how this works. Well, if we build it somewhere stupid, we can just relocate it later, I guess. Let's put it here. Tutorial will continue once the construction is complete. Alright. I'll let them have it. We cannot build anything else because the game doesn't allow us to. Just yet. You can see people's income. And also they have a whole bunch of needs. So the drones need to clear construction site first, right? Yeah, looks like it. Can you click on things? Sponge, right. These are the sponges. What are the other stuff? These are probably things you can gather, but you cannot click on it. Right. So they'll be bringing the sponge to it. Can we see how much we have? Plastic, tools, iron, stone. Sponge, there we go. So sponge is your basic construction material as well, I guess. And so this thing doesn't really need anything, I guess. It's just a place. It's not a nice noise. Speed of time, substantial. Open the board panel, J, and check automatically assigned workforce. Yeah, right, so you want to fiddle them around. We have 2 workers. Automatically assigned workforce, yeah, why not? Find the most efficient location, then select and place sponge collector on the seabed. Sponge collector, a central hub of your sponge gathering activities. Plants and gather sponge, essentially plastic production. Operated by drone. Is it operated by drone? Oh yeah, and also we see the efficiency of it. Yeah, it's a pretty good place over here, I think. Let's just have it out here. And so if we click on this thing, upgrade expansion, big baskets, right? Different seafood depending on the season. Quantity 310 per year. Active, gather a drone, and okay. So it has drone as a worker. If you need more bubbles for atmosphere. I think I can breathe just fine. So how does the work? Did he just like? Does he come out and gather stuff, or is it all inside that? Or it's like really confusing to me. I think he comes out and harvests things, but we'll see. Speed it up. Select and place oil platform on the seabed. Well, I would just... yeah, there are a lot of buildings, okay. Oil platform, a robotic rig that extracts crude oil from the surrounding seabed. Crude oil can be refined into fuel. Crude oil can only be transported via pipelines. Right. That is oil right here. Just, it's gonna absolutely scupper this sponge harvesting, but that's fine. Increase efficiency if you place it in crude oil rich area. So it was not crude oil area, I suppose. There should be some area like that nearby. Yeah, somewhere over here. So I want to find like 100% spot, I guess, out here. If we save some of it, we could place a second one later. That one would be okay. My friends are making bubbles. Fuel refinery. Industrial complex that turns crude oil into fuel, the essential heating resource for our citizens. Fuel can be transported via pipelines, right? The refinery should be somewhere close by to this, I think. Just make it right across. Keep some space. On the infrastructure and build a pipeline. Connect the oil platform and the fuel refinery with the same pipeline. Okay. Does it have specific points? Like attachment points? Oh yeah. Well, that's fine. You can keep that connection going because you'll bring it elsewhere later. Select the marked sponge collector building and pay for production boost upgrade. So those are sponges. Production boost. It costs credits and sponges. I guess we do that since, yeah, 20% production. Tutorial will continue after construction is complete. Right. The bubbles are pretty cool. They are, aren't they? For this game specifically. Also, I'm just on top of the UI a lot. So let me just move here somewhere. Because some of the building stuff, like when I click on some of this, like it's a lot of stuff unlocked right off the bat. I would be a fan if it would unlock as you go, because this feels very overwhelming. It would be better if we had only access to a couple of things from the start, you know, and then just as we go you get more, I guess. That's what I would prefer, but that's just me. Okay, so how are we doing? I guess we are fine. This is working, right? So is this. I'm not sure about the food. I think it depleted a bit. But we got some muscles, yeah. So I suppose we are getting some food. Hi Chris. Stop the bubbles. There will be no bubbles. Don't be mean. Let us enjoy some bubbles. Hey Baron. Jake gave this a go yesterday and was very unimpressed. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. So far, I can't say I'm impressed, but I played this for a grand total of like 10 minutes, so I have no idea. I don't want to be mean. I want to give it a shot. Proper one. Because the cool thing is, kinda, when you look at their like own materials on Steam, you can see like huge cities, and that's kind of cool. I mean, the beginning kind of is weird. What I would like is if you unlock stuff gradually and not have all of this overwhelming thing. It just feels like too much to take in, you know. But I think it can be cool, this game. We'll give it that much of a shot. And just went in, expected Frostpunk, immediately go PAH! The CD case shatters loudly on a marble column. Yes. Pretty much. That's okay. We all have our prejudice and expectations, and unfortunately Jake's expectations were very high from the start, I think. But that's fine. Maybe like today he stopped by while I was playing There Are Billions and he asked about some things, and I think he could enjoy the campaign and be pretty good at it. He just needs to either not play the hardest difficulty to learn how different mechanics of the campaign work, or play it but like find out a lot about the game. It's pretty tough to please with a city builder, yes, that's correct, but it's justified. It's just, you know, it's something new. I want to give it a chance. I wish this to be good, but if it's not, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Select and place plastics factory on the seabed. Connect your plastics factory to the existing pipeline. Plastic factory uses sponges harvested to produce plastics, a crucial material used for constructing various structures. So it wants sponge for plastic, but it doesn't want oil? Can we see the production chain if we just hover over something? Production facility that makes plastic, a key resource, operated by drones. Upkeep, sponge 120, fuel 60. Okay, it needs both. Right, makes sense. Oh, it's a chungus, okay. So I'm gonna have to build on places which I... like, it feels like there's not that much space, honestly. But yeah, let's just make it. Let's make it happen. Is there a good place for it? This mountain is kinda in the way. Rocks. Let's build this thing here. Plus connect it with a pipeline, and we'll be using our main connection we made previously. Do these cost something? Credits 4 per length, plastic 1 per length. Alright. How does the designated resource drag a box around the area you want to harvest? Yeah, that's something should have been maybe learned a little bit sooner. Gather stone, iron, and plastic. So what is this thing? Stone. Guess you can take some of that. Is there iron and plastic somewhere? This is iron. Oh, it's plastic. Right. Let's take that. And iron is this, I guess. Yeah. Okay. The resource piles look nice, at least. Nice and varied. Open the research screen. Research the tidal turbine. 5 days. Okay. The thing is, I have 2 people who are just sitting around outside, right? In suits. Yeah. Did we do that? Yes. Clearly. It's after the apocalypse, so we have all the junk from the world down here. Should have picked the flatter map. I'm playing a freaking look denim, but it's fine. So the drones are carrying things. Let's build a refinery, or this is the refinery, right? So it produces fuel, inputs crude oil. This is producing a lot of crude oil though, more than this could use. And then this is outputting fuel, which is just flooding in here. And we don't have any sort of tank or anything. So, you know, that kind of feels bad. It's like in Surviving Mars, but you don't have any storage. Someone pinged me. Anyway, Jake finished Judea travel. Alright. Okay. So, what's next? Select and place a dome on the seabed. So this is where people live, right? Small underwater settlement with breathable atmosphere and limited construction space. Features a single dome on a strong column. Size worth 14 by 14, construction cost 150 credits, 80 plastic, 30 iron. Right. So you need to build this thing somewhere. I'd say just build it back here somewhere. Right? Maybe in front. Like center, yeah. That's fine. And still, it feels weird I don't have any tanks for anything. Like, we should be stockpiling the surplus crude iron, we should be stockpiling our fuel, right? Or is it just me? It's because I need to have things, it's just, I don't know, feels odd. The search is complete, so 5 days pass already, okay. Seems crazy. It's like high-tech stuff. I wish to send people down here like Siberia style with a freaking toothbrush to dig up the minerals, you know? And just like 30 seconds of oxygen like they did on Chernobyl when they cleared up the most radioactive stuff, the graphite rods on the roof. That sort of deal. This feels like we are too good. This is the apocalypse. Why do we have this? Why start things? Just because you might need them. You know, production chains have different inputs, and if you have stockpile of something, it might be useful. But that's just me. It's like in Surviving Mars, but I think you are joking, you know. You are also Surviving Mars enthusiast. Okay, let's harvest some more stuff, I guess. Gather all resources. Give me that. Let's get the rest of this. Let's get the plastics. Even though we should be making our own plastics right now. Yeah. Everything is a bit too shiny in for the apocalypse team, yeah. Precisely. Even though we are apparently sent here by some sort of corporation, it just feels like, you know, too much. Too much. We need some pure desperation time. That's what we need, clearly. No, go away with that. We might need a new sea sponge collector, because we are using a shit ton of sponges. But maybe it would be good to just go expansion, worker slots. or even more production efficiency. And expansion and radius. And this is gonna just fully upgrade it, yeah. And we are gonna be drowning in sponges, hopefully. We do have just limited drones, so we don't want to be building too many things unnecessarily. I heard there are jobs here. I want the sea lion tamer. Yeah. Or the walrus massager. Or can I have that? Okay. Welcome. I'd say it seems a bit odd for an apocalypse game to start with all this shiny stuff. And I think the tutorial is good, but having all access to all this, even though I cannot build much of it, it feels so overwhelming when I click on it, you know? So unlocking things gradually actually is great for games like this, usually. And apart from that, yeah, we just discussed, like, it's too shiny for an apocalypse setting. It's below the sea, of course it's shiny. No, what I mean by that is, I think you know, but this doesn't feel like an apocalypse setting, you know? Just, I mentioned something like, give me a setting of an apocalypse, but then if you want to colonize this, make it like crude or improvised at least, and then you just hone it as you go, right? Because this just feels like a setup that we couldn't even achieve now, not to mention when we would get absolutely shredded by some sort of meteor. So, you know, just a thought. Well, that's a design decision, so that's not gonna change anytime soon. Because this, even the flags, it feels like a freaking, I'm building a freaking theme park or something, rather than a surviving colony of people who survive the apocalypse. Well, that's just me. Toggle between ground and dome layers with tab. Right. Select and place 2 houses inside a dome. Build a house. House 1. Standard dome-based household that can host up to 4 citizens. Credits and plastics. Right. Let's try to build from the edges, I guess. This kind of sucks, the way the doorway is. It's not gonna allow me to fit everything. Open up the search and research the oxygen generator. Seems important, considering we already have people down here. Okay, and so the workers are also doing something? Yeah, and they're also gathering. So not only the drones, but people can work too. That's good to know. So food is fine? Yeah, it is. Credits. From residents we are getting subsurface base and residents, right? Yeah, so we're getting income from the people. We are just 2 people here, but we are taxing them. Okay, good. Select and place tidal turbine on the seabed. Tidal turbine constructed uses the power of sea currents to make electric energy. Electricity can only be transported via pipelines, right? Let's make some turbines. Do we have efficiency on them? No. Let's just place them somewhere. This seems like a good place for something else later. So any places that are... Is that terraforming, by the way? Probably not, right? Doesn't seem like that kind of game would have that. I would kind of like a farm of this, but let's just make 1 for now, since the tutorial says we should build 1. Just build 1 and see what happens. We should be connecting... What does it want? Oxygen generator. Right, so it inputs electricity, produces oxygen. Vital building that chemically turns seawater elements into breathable air. Vital to your citizens. Oxygen can be transported to pipelines. So this is kind of bigger. And that's why we wanted somewhere over here. And we cannot have it there because the pipe is blocking it, even though the pipe could be the... Yeah, I think the pipe could be there. Just for now it says it cannot. Right? Oh, maybe it's just too tight. Well, let's put it here. Infrastructure pipes. And then connect it to this thing. Let's bring the pipe here. And the pipe is built instantly, I guess. That's different to surviving Mars. Drones use batteries. If you run out of batteries, your drones will not be able to fulfill their tasks. Okay. Research the battery factory. Right. Let's do that. Select the leaking pipeline socket and repair it. Pipelines can break down from time to time. When that happens, be sure to repair leaking sockets so your buildings will continue producing. Left clicking on the notification. Okay, at least there's that. If I would have to look for it, that would be really bad. Tutorial will continue after the research is done. We are almost done. Insufficient oxygen, that's fine. We are working on it currently. Fuel is fine. Are we consuming it for something? We must be consuming it for the drones, right? But what uses... Oh yeah, I think this energy. What inputs fuel? Upkeep. 60 fuel. Oh, it's plastics factory, right? Yeah. Now I remember. But we are also using up more of it with something else. I don't know for what. Let's get the expansion on this. You could also boost production on these, but I don't think that's necessary. Also, I don't think there's a visual change on the upgrades, which is something that would be great to see visually change building when you actually do something like that, you know. So the research will be done soon. Build, no, we are still researching that. Okay, just let it happen. What about the upstairs? Is this a human? Yes. There's no oxygen, so... I don't know what he's doing here without a suit. Select and place battery factory. Well, we haven't even finished our turbine. Because how long it takes. Battery factory. Large industrial area that constantly produces universal batteries commonly used by water drones. Worker drones. Operated by drone, upkeep electricity and plastics. Produces batteries. Should use metal. Oh, it's massive. Okay, let's build it here. Keep a tile space. This marks the end of step-by-step tutorial. As a final word of advice, watching out for notifications and warning the game sends your way, and act on challenges in timely manner. Dear Seamayer, good luck in building prosperous underworld colony. Okay, it already feels like a lot of this stuff is just absolutely ginormous, while the maps don't feel that big, but maybe that's deceiving. I don't know. Because this is your like resource collection area, while your actual housing is gonna be on the domes here, right? So it probably is deceiving a bit. Speed up time a bit. Yeah, and you can click on a pipeline to check resources. You can boost its production. I think it's gonna be necessary. Let's just upgrade that. A lot of sponges being harvested by that. New arrivals. New people have arrived to your colony. The Atlantis HQs and send them to assist with your daily tasks. You should put them to good use as soon as possible. Yes. This means that we have oxygen, right? And we are already lacking power now. We need another thing. Infrastructure. Production buildings, right. Another turbine done. I didn't really want to build it here, but let's do it. No houses. We'll need to build them. So it houses up to 4 people each, and we only have a couple. We shouldn't struggle with housing yet. Where can we see our population? Residents 4. Each house houses 4 people, right? Yeah, but maybe it's a family sort of deal. So, yeah, okay. Pay attention to red notifications and try to resolve them. We are doing that. Optimizing production facilities is a great way to lower upkeep costs. Yeah. So we upgraded them so that we are not paying as much. So we are making some batteries now, which means that we are no longer running dry on them, hopefully. And the game is bitching at me for something. Let me just solve this. Should be good. I don't think we need to optimize that. Maybe the plastics production will need optimization eventually. How much are we consuming? Consuming a lot. Plastics factory. Optimization, upkeep, minus 10%. Yeah, why not? It's gonna pay off eventually. And production boost. So you can see inventory and production here. Produces per year, right? So years will fly by quite quickly. But yeah, these are months, the bar. Right, and you don't build the roads per se, I don't think. Navigation sign. Increasing speed of drones and max. It's 2x2. Maintenance depot. We need to research things. Deco banner. I don't need that. Drone factory. Oil Imperium combo. Fuel refinery in proximity of oil platform gains 10% production bonus. Let's research the drone factory. This is all the research there is. There's a lot of it. Like a lot of it. A whole lot of it. Well, more content is always good, but see how it holds up. So we've got these. What is the insulation? Fuel upkeep per resident is minus 20%. New wave of drones has arrived. Good new drones, good. Let's upgrade their insulation. So we don't pay as much fuel for upkeep. And then I'm sure they would like something else than just houses, right? Maybe the needs will rise eventually. For now they're just grabbing stuff to eat. But it's not even cooked. Been thrown out of my broiler. Yeah. But it happens. There are no unhappy noises. Well, briefly there are. Build a drone factory. I am researching it, game. Maybe I've done it already, it's just so fast sometimes. Yes. Sea Hunter's Lodge unlocks the ability to build central hub of our scuba hunters, scrub hunters. Okay, underwater field. This produces seaweed and sea cucumbers. I'm gonna research the Imperium combo. And we are gonna go and get the other thing. Fisherman's hub. Produces small fish. Okay, let's build it. Plus, we researched the drone factory. So we should be building it. What does it want? Upkeep credits? A lot of credits. Plastic and electricity. I think it's too early to have it. But the game insists you need to build this. Build this now. Okay, let's build it. It's gonna kill my income, but whatever. Maybe we get more income as we get out more people. No? Yeah, I bet. And thanks to the drones, we should be retaining some efficiency. So this is using drone. We could upgrade it, but I don't think it's necessary, right? It's bringing fish. So where are they bringing that? Just to the hub here, or subsurface base thing. Right. So that's like our storage area, basically. That's where all the things go. Do we have maximum amount of storage? It doesn't look like it. What I'm worried about is power again. Right. Let's upgrade this. We'll go ahead and harvest some more resources, I guess. Some sponges. There should be more plastics. Stone. We can get some of that. But plastics is what I wanted. There must be some other plastic junk. This is metal, right? Oh, it's plastics. Good. Let's get it. Low space in stock. To increase stock space, upgrade inventory space on existing depots and warehouses. Alternatively, build additional depots and warehouses. Okay, so that's how it works. Also, there is no notification for finishing research, or I didn't notice that. It would be good to just kind of automate that. Right, so we don't have access to that yet, I don't think. And we cannot upgrade this, so we need to be careful with the stockpile. So that is stockpile space. Plastification combo. More bonus is good. Let's just grab that. New people have arrived at your colony. New Atlantis HQ, send them to assist your daily tasks. Okay. So you're getting people from the Atlantis HQ. That's the research. Right. So it's quite quick. At least currently, maybe later it's gonna take a little while to get things done. So currently I'm just focusing on efficiency. That's fine. So these guys, yeah. Some of them don't have houses again. So what's the upkeep in total? Oxygen fuel, right. Just like one person in each. These scraps really, like, this doesn't feel like an apocalypse, having a whole house for yourself. Let's build a couple more houses. There should be the... what the citadel needs is the tanks to stockpile your stuff, because if you run out suddenly, I just cannot keep an eye out on this to constantly produce enough. HQ is sending materials to help. Okay. Plastics. Good. We have so many sponges. It's good though, we need that for the plastics. I could just expand it to get more. So you'll be using those sponges in the production at least. Missing fuel. Right. So we need fuel refinery optimization, production boost, and expansion, I guess. Plus production boost on this. And that should be fine. It needs more crude oil. One is missing. You'd need tools for that. So they'll need to build is another oil platform. It does have upkeep. I've kind of built on this, so it's fine, I'll just have it there. So pipeline. Connect up to that. It's gonna resolve the issues. So is food fine still? If mussels, small fish are running out slightly. It's gonna reduce the upkeep again. It just has sponge upkeep. Production boost. Should be researching stuff again. Sea Hunter, yes. So this is done. Could produce more if you wanted to, but it's a lot of crude oil now. Even less upkeep would be good. Plus 3 drones, good. So it upkeeps crude oil. So the consumption rate can be improved with that, okay. That's how that works. Also this reduces the consumption rate on the battery factory. That's good. Kind of vary of the upkeep though, it might be really bad. Also this, we should be doing insulation on the new houses. And everyone should have their own home now. Gather resources, that's nothing. There must be something else, right? I can just grab the rest of this stone, I guess. Did I want to this plastic and metal? It's metal. Plastic. Right. And I think we researched something. Again, it's the Sea Hunter. Clothes shop of seafood budgeting. Reduces consumption of seaweed, oyster, mussel, sea snail, small fish. In production by 10%, okay. People just wandering around the empty dome like they're going to discover something nice they haven't found in the 56 rounds. Yeah. I don't know. You don't even have access to anything, so you need to research it all. All it is just rudimentary housing. That's what they get. You know, they're alive. Apparently. So, need to be keeping tabs on the resources while keeping this building on. I think after we finish the tutorial, we should start over and just play on a different map. This one is just so bad with the terrain. I think I'm gonna suffer because the terrain is like denim. That's not good. You know, I don't know if it might be kind of cool, but at the same time, not really. Just everything is ginormous. Everything is massive. So it feels like I will struggle to fit stuff in here. And it's probably a sandbox game, like you cannot lose unless you do something really stupid or mismanage something. So if we stick with this, this is what we get. Like, I don't think there's gonna be a restart forced on us anytime soon. Gather, yeah, let's boost that. Less upkeep, more production. You'll need food now because we are consuming a lot. We also only have food tier 1. Can give them cake. Food tier 3. And I think we've researched something. Where's it? Food production, Sea Hunter. Yeah, and there was something in the research that said Sea Hunter Trident combo. Sea Hunter is lodged in proximity to Fisherman's Hub. Okay. So if we build it here, it's gonna get a bonus. Let's build it like that. Do we need a pipeline here? Probably not. I didn't read its upkeep, but we will see. Do we need more batteries? Probably not. Variable stat. What about the batteries? I forgot. Here. I actually could use more. Okay. And yeah, they are planting sponges, these guys. So you kind of want to keep that to the side of your area. Even more than I build it. And yeah, so we researched something. Let's take a look. Aerial seafood production, global improvement increases production of seafood. Let's get it. The research is pretty quick, so no reason not to. We have quite a few people now. 7, and all of them are going to get some stuff now. These are making themselves a bit useful. I guess the main benefit is just getting money. So you need money for everything. Oxygen is fine, right? Yeah. Still improve it. Upkeeps electricity as well. We could reduce its upkeep actually, right? Yeah, it would be pretty decent. HQ is sending us money. Even in the apocalypse, capitalists reign supreme. Clearly, but that's like in every single freaking game that you get. Like the peak example of that is the, how is it called, Farthest Frontier. I'm not sure if you played it. Like you get like 16 people, or even like 30 people, 50 people, 100 people, it doesn't matter. Like 100 people, and they are summoning gold bars out of thin air that they are putting in storage. Like, that's your tax income. No, that's not how this could work. Like, that's just, why? It's so bad. Like, I could understand having something as isolated currency in there, and if it's part of a wider civilization, have the currency and bring it with trade or whatever. But summoning gold bars on, or here, like, you have 7 people in total and it's somehow giving you credits. Like, what? And it's like costing you to upgrade. It doesn't make sense. This resource doesn't make sense for the scope of colony. Maybe later on, like, have it something mid-game where you, if you reach like 150 people or 200 people, you can have like internal economy of sorts where you would even maybe start like making something of your own as a currency. But until that point, this doesn't make sense. Labor, like manually doing something, would not require you to get credits in the apocalypse, that is. But whatever, it's just my take on it. So it feels odd. Right. Satisfactory variety, well, Sea snails, small fish, and mussels. Need to start giving them other things. Should research that. So I need underwater field and also this lodge. What is this? Missing connection to a pipeline. Okay, because it wants upkeep fuel. Oxygen. It needs people to work in there. It's the anti-drone. No? It wants drones. No idea. Well, let's just connect it. And it reduces upkeep. Produce more, and it produces shark. Hey Jake, welcome. I'm interested to see this. The Baron told me you played it yesterday. I wasn't aware of that. Property tax. We have 7 freaking people. How are we researching something like this? It's just a thing we can do, so let's get it. Just hook it up to the universal pipeline, it's gonna be fine, yeah. To our disappointment. Who could have imagined? Yeah. Once research directives can be slotted in, yes. Can we have it? Yeah, it costs just a bit of influence. I also should be building another house or they will complain. So we might get more Nickies. Let's just build it. Like so. Nice, and labor camp here. But what this game needs is desperation. It's just, it doesn't feel like an apocalypse. It feels like a corporation has sent you here with a huge amount of investment and research and money and everything to set up stuff. Plastics, how much do we have? Not much. But we'll need more power soon, so let's get it. We need tools for that. It's the plastics factory, and it's unfortunately already kind of full. I think the game will want me to make more. What does it consume? Fuel and sponges. Right. We are using more than we are making. That's fine. Should be building a new plastics factory. It's just everything is so damn massive. Okay, let's get it here. It's probably not gonna have enough things until we upgrade its efficiency, but okay, it's fine. Optimization. Let's get less upkeep. Even just a slightly less lazy backstory would have worked. Yeah, the backstory is real lazy. Just like, yeah, meteor struck and now it's this. Well, this doesn't make much sense, does it? I think my backstory that I came up with in like 10 seconds was actually better, because this all looks like a corporation has sent you here. This doesn't scream apocalypse at me at all. Something like surface resources are becoming scarce and we are running out of room. Yeah, sort of something like that. Yeah, but this just, the apocalypse setting doesn't fit it, does it? Alright, so what do we do next? What I want to do next is just start over, because this map I picked is really bad. Everything feels too tight. Let's get that, even though we don't really need it. Some metal. What we need is plastic, but I already kinda got all of it. I think this is metal, right? Yeah. This is plastic. The enormous buildings are a shame. It doesn't feel like I can be very creative with them. Reminds me of Jurassic World. Yeah. Some sort of issue. Totally spot on. And you can be creative with them here, I suspect. But you need to pick the big open maps where you can actually say like, yes, this is my industrial zone, and this is my agricultural zone, and this is my power turbine farm, and whatever. And then just build up like relevant things around each other, and that's kind of good. But if it's tight, I picked a wrong map, it's like locked on him. And everything's gonna be a big mess. This is not how it's supposed to look like it's intermingled, right? That's not how I think it should be. And so yeah, already some mistakes. That's why I would like to restart. Like Dunham home. Yes, that's where it all started. Like, oh yes, if something like this can be done in Caesar, what else can be made? And it's a big rabbit hole. Shouldn't be delved into. So it turns out that implementing 5G stimulated the brains of cats. They've not driven us into the sea except few of us. Wants to change cat litter. Well, seems like a better backstory than this class, so I'm gonna take it at face value. This is my blub blub zone where I bring sea cows, yeah. We have 10 humans, apparently. Is it children or... No, it's adults. And we are full on storage, because I should be researching and the research just goes so quickly I forget. I'm just gonna research everything. Where is the storage? Like, houses too? But... subsurface base? Have a store capacity of 1500. Right, so this is your basic storage, but no warehouse. Warehouse is probably further up. Okay, whatever. I think we start over with the bigger map and try to see what we can do. The problem with the last one is just the lack of space. I would have to just ad hoc slap stuff down and it wouldn't look very good. This was it, right? Shallow reef. Can we find a big one? This is the big one, I think. Spirit to medium, high deposits. Disasters normal. I want to start in January. And please no tutorial. Is there a way to skip tutorial? I'm wondering that. Hahaha. Something tells me the tutorial cannot be skipped. That's not good. But we have bigger place now, I guess. That's good. Crude oil. Alright. So we start over here. I can tell all rich areas that's around the reefs, I guess. Yeah. Where do we build? Like, everything's good for something. There's no, like, wasteland tile. But we need to pick some place. So just pick something in the middle here. Just build right up against this thing. I don't want a tutorial, please. Just go away. No. Off, off. Yeah, okay. Good, good. So we've got the drones. Let's take a look at the production. So we should start with the sponge collector. I think that's our first thing we need to build. And so we kind of know what it does. It can grow the sponges anywhere. It doesn't need the fertile land on it. And so we want to set up the sponge collectors around here, I guess. A bit further away. It's gonna be bad for the distance, but good for them, because they can actually harness a lot. So let's make one for now. Then the other thing, we can immediately start building something else as well. The other thing would be the fuel though, which is expensive. I think you want a gatherer. That was maybe the first thing, so let's get a gatherer. And the gatherer can be anywhere. It doesn't seem like it has a radius, right? Or it might have a radius. I don't know. Hub for cruise gathering edible maritime fauna. Well, it didn't really show any resource tiles or anything. So where do we build that? I feel like we should just have that here. And let them build it. Also research. How are we even researching? Like, is this all in here? Probably. We should go into jobs, automatically assign workforce. Let's get into some resource collection. Do we need anything? We could use a couple of sponges. So let's get that. Plus, there's plastic, but we don't need that yet. We have 500. So we've got the gatherer's place. It has expansion, worker slots, or production. Depending on the season. Okay. Well, let's not bother upgrading it just yet, because we should have enough. Just let them build this. Next up, we need to figure out, what is this? Depot. Provide some storage space for resources and enables carriers to do their job effectively. Depot serves as a resource drop-off and pick-up points for workers. It's expensive, but I'd like a depot over here by the sponge collectors. Then we'll go ahead and build the oil platform. Now where is crude oil? Can you activate layers? Toggle dome view, grid color. Oh yeah, there's oil, so that's gonna be our industrial zone, I guess. So we'll need to tap this. I guess we go just for 100%. Since we can. It rounds up nicely. If we had 99 like the last time, it would say like we need 1 crude oil later, so that was not great. Let's get a fuel refiner as well. We will hug it. Let's keep the entrance point to the side. Keep just a bit of space. Infrastructure, connect a pipeline. And just let it happen. Let's hope we have enough resources. Might want to collect some iron. If I knew where it was. Did we touch upon any of it? That's plastic, right? Yeah. That's iron. Let's get a bit of that. Inventory space. Oh no, I spent money on it. I wanted to click on it because, like, assign it, right? Stock capacity, right. So it tells you exactly what's stockpiled, I guess, when you click on that, right? Click to open stock panel. But it can act as a resource for everything. So it's a very simple stockpile system then. It's like shared. stockpile. So if they put something in here, it will share its stockpile with all the other depots like that. That's not great. Let's boost the production on the sponges. Building radius, I guess. Now this needs oil. No, it's cotton oil, so we should be getting some fuel. Now plastics factory, if it's built nearby a refinery, it gets a bonus as well. So we should be getting it here. New arrivals. I don't have a dome yet, so they will have to suffer for a bit. And I built it wrong, I think. Can I delete it? Cancel gathering. Demolish pipeline, demolish buildings. Just build it like this, I guess. Is that fine? It's probably fine. Need to bring this pipe over here anyways. Have you experienced flooded clay pits or pipeline failures yet? Yes. It happened in the tutorial once. And it's the same sort of deal as a flooded clay pit, yeah. It's just an annoying thing that never should be a thing. But what you can do is click on the red alert and at least fix it that way, but I'm a huge opponent of events like that in games like this. It serves nothing, it serves no purpose, it's just to annoy you. It's the only thing it does. Small dome. Okay, so where do we build our actual domes? I guess here. It's not a horrible idea. Or nearby the stockpile actually. Let's build it here. I need to bring a pipeline, which is gonna cost a metric shit ton of plastic, but that's fine, we have some plastic right there. I guess you bring a pipe through here. Or through here. You could do that as well. Can you not build on entrances? You cannot build over building entry points, right? And that's also a puzzling feature to me, since the pipes are basically like your logistics thing. So you want to place buildings with that in mind then. Right, well, let's bring it around. So over here, you'll want to connect that. It's gonna cost me all my plastics, isn't it? Oh. So very little we can do about that. Since I built it so far, or deposit this far. I don't get why they don't live below the seafloor, where you can't drown due to a single little crack. Well, it's a meteor happened, you know, and then you have to live here. No. It's just... I think it's a scam. Like, people believe that something horrible happened, but it didn't, and someone went like, oh yes, I should do some social engineering. Let's see how people fare down here. You will eat the bugs and you will live in a pod underwater. That seems like that sort of World Economic Forum project, you know? Mr. Timmermans at the wheel here. No houses, yes, we are gonna build this thing and then you're gonna get houses. Unfortunately, we invested into this huge pipeline, which doesn't really help things. But I think the plastics factory is kind of necessary. Where's the tinfoil hat factory? Well, we will need one. It's like the libertarian colony when regular society is going to collapse in a minute now. Makes perfect sense, yeah. Sort of, apart from all the tech here. Like, imagine if you research something actually useful than going here of all places to keep like 4 people. All this. If there is something more useless than going to freaking Mars, it's this. From a societal standpoint, but... we have this now, so let's go ahead and build the houses. Should have the fuel. Do we? We have 30 fuel. We might have to upgrade some more things. Let's start building houses. Start with 4. Because people live to live in a single house by themselves, apparently, so... You know, people crave luxury, even though we don't have basically anything. Also, I haven't researched anything in a while. Let's get on with the oxygen generator. Which I don't think you should start with, but... What do I know? So, crude oil is plus fortress still. So we can go refinery. Production boost. Plus optimization. And then the oxygen generator. Oh yeah, we will also need turbines. Where's the thing? Tidal turbine. I'll have to take a look at the zones again. I'll have to go and build these up somewhere. I don't know, I really don't know where I would like them to be. But preferably, like, this place is kinda suited for that, isn't it? So if you just have a couple here. Can I have a pipe? And you. Their house is made of sea sponge. Yes. Clearly. That's another thing that makes absolutely no sense. Don't question it, Jake. You will live in a house made of sea sponge and you will like it. Under the sea, no one can hear you rant. Oxygen. Right. You'll need that. I also don't know what that thing was. Like, a giant ship just dropped off some stuff. Should be getting... Did we research the thing already? Oxygen factory, yes. So it wants what? Electricity, right. Yeah, so let's put it across, I suppose. Who lives in a house under the sea? Libertarians? Yeah. It's like freaking Luddites, but they have a bunch of tech and they can absolutely murder you with harpoon guns. So. Yeah, what is this thing? I never saw it before. Is it because I built a warehouse depot? Seems so odd. Maybe they are transporting stuff from the main stockpile to there. Because it has 2000 stockpile capacity. Don't question it. It's fine. Okay. So this is almost done, which means people will finally have oxygen, yay! But we've been taxing our people without any oxygen. Isn't that a little bit weird? No, it's fine. People don't need oxygen. It's overrated. I'm happily paying taxes and eating a lot of meals while we were busy doing anything but giving them oxygen, and it was perfectly fine. I don't see a reason why we need to give them oxygen. Let's make this very productive. Seafloor would be great setting with current and volcanic vents and complete darkness instead of risking this at just about anything and not notice. It's fair. What do we want? Sea sponge is fine. Plastics are short again. There's this stone, but do we need it? I'm gonna gather a bit of it, I guess. But what I would like is more plastics. So let's get that. And we'll need to be upgrading our factory for plastics. Even though it's expensive. Optimization, production bonus. Just make it big. Could also add a worker, but I feel like we have too few drones just yet. So what about oxygen? Oxygen seems fine. Power seems fine. This doesn't have things. Well, why? Malfunction. Oh. Sorry for that. Appears you have been deprived of your things. Yeah, they might die soon. It's okay. No, they're fine. Iron Mine collapse? No, it wasn't the event. I don't think. It was just me being me. Mishandling things. Okay. So we've got that. Now we need to get another food thing. So we've researched that. I'm gonna just research everything. So battery factory is gonna be necessary soon for the drones not to die. So I'll have to build that. Where is that? Battery factory. It wants plastics. That's not good. Plastics are something I don't have a huge amount of. Okay, let's build it here. Keep some space. Okay, that's good. And I'll be adding that extra worker slot on this. So what about fuel? Yeah, refinery optimization plus expansion. Now crude oil is fine. Somehow the Carthaginians invade with sea elephants. If only we could have that. This is kind of cool. So how are we doing? I think we're doing fine. So this thing can get another worker. I don't think we need to though. We can just get sponges anywhere, basically, right? Just harvest some of them. That's gonna be okay. What about the housing? I think we'll get new people soon. So I'll be building up these things. It wants plastics. Right. Let's build like, I don't know, 3 extra houses. Prepare. We also researched something really quickly, so let's do that. And then we want more oil, more things. More plastics, because plastics is something that's just running out like nothing. Constantly. So do we need to build this? Plastics. What do we need to build this? Sponges and iron, okay. It should be producing quite a few, but it does not. Also, we should be building a depot here because the drop-off point is kind of far. The other thing we could do is find another plastic resource, which I think this is plastics. Yeah, and let's get that. It's just gonna be 100. Maybe the yields on the piles should be increased a bit. Yeah, I cannot build a drone factory right now. We also used a bunch of plastics for the pipeline because we had to build a massive one. Now we've got this thing, so it consumes power and plastics to make batteries. Let's just optimize it. Accept people, optimize it. And we'll be building a depot somewhere over here. We wouldn't be building anything on this side anyway, so let's just get it here. Okay, we can get a fisherman's hub now. It has a range, so we kind of want to build it elsewhere. What are the zones? Let's get a fisherman's hub here. Power seems fine. Oil seems fine. We'll need to expand the oil. Like, we need shit tons of plastic, that's clear. So we'll have to just make more oil process. You would think that this would make enough, but no. This whole thing is making barely enough plastic. For us. We've got a bunch. Just gonna fuel our industry. We need the drone factory though. We make that first and then we expand. So, just one tile off? Really? Oh no. Okay. Tactical Marocs. Oh no, okay, we can have it there. We'll need a pipeline for sure, right? Live by the rock, suffer by the rock. Yeah. This is Mark's school of thought. And you will understand its merits. Jake, one day you will understand that it is necessary evil to have the Marocs. Because it's like forced evolution. It forces you to become a better player. Not you necessarily, but a lot of other people. So otherwise they would all be building 9x9s. You know. You don't want that. Too expensive. I don't really need that. Currently. But extra storage is gonna be useful. Because the drones will no longer spend a lot of time traveling all the time. So that's nice. Have we built the fisherman's thing? Yes. Optimize it. If there is any game where it is thematically appropriate to get salty, it's this one. I hope I haven't been too salty today. So I know I can get quite a bit salty. I hope I have been a good boy. Okay, food is not looking great. How about people? We have shit tons of space, just you need to move in together instead of living in one by one families. Hey Zara, it's almost sounded like you detest generic blocks. Well, I don't like generic blocks. Usually. But I'm not gonna differentiate from them if I can help it. But 9x9 is a crime against city building. It's not even efficient. That's the worst part of it. You know? There's a huge difference between other generic blocks that are actually utilizing blocker efficiency to the fullest extent. Or utilizing, apart from utilizing like one fountain, which has 6 workers compared to all your services. It's just insane, the concept of it. But, you know, if I'm not forced out of it, I'm never gonna differentiate from the standard ones. That's why we need Marocs. That's why maps that have them are usually pretty good. Some other people start to add them as well because of this. So I'm very happy about that. Drone factory. It upkeeps a lot of things. And it produces 5 drones per year. Okay. This is kind of pricey. Do we have enough crude oil? We could improve it, right? It doesn't give us that much, so we'll go ahead and build a new oil platform. Plus a refinery. Plus another plastics factory. So refinery can be here. Plastics factory can be here. It's just everything's so massive. Let's upgrade this thing, I guess. What does cable car do? I don't know. It seems like it's just dropping off resources into the different warehouses. It's just a visual thing. That would be my guess. Got some drones. And we can't have that. It's fine. The upgrade for the tar? For this thing? Cable car. Manage cable car connection between the domes. You can make connections between the domes if you have multiple domes. We don't have multiple domes. Just started. Yeah, it's gonna take a little while. Battery factory, I think we are doing fine. Oh, it already wants more. Let's produce more. Let's keep it at speed 2, I guess. Without food, the sea sponges. Sea sponge is fine. Iron, stone, plastics is fine. Maybe even more speed, but it feels too fast because then the research flies like crazy. I'll just keep researching. Research the efficiency bonus, so that should be good. We have a lot of crude oil now, just need to refine it, turn it into plastics. I think the plastics also consume the sea sponges though, so we might want to add an extra worker slot to this one. Expansion and building radius. Should hopefully produce a bunch, right? Yeah, we do produce quite a bit. A lot of fish. Needed to produce some, but yeah, still kind of struggling on that. So researching a new food type would be good. Sea hunters. If they are close to this, they get a production bonus, I think. So I'll be doing that. We have the refinery now. Low number of idle drones, yeah. Optimization, optimization. And increase the production bonus. Same thing here. Should be able to get another plastics factory eventually to connect up to this and still work. And low amount of idle drones is a little bit unfortunate. We could increase the production of the drones, I guess. You can also paint your structures, I guess. Primary color? Pick something like... Yeah, you can paint your stuff. At least that is that. Let's just hit it. Okay. Do we want to paint our buildings? I mean, if the game allows for it. Probably should, right? But that's like truly hideous. Details color is also a thing. Oh yeah. This looks like a freaking theme park. That's what's gonna end up looking like if we do that. Yeah, well done. Do you know, guys, wanna know why sub cost turned $3.99 but it took $4.40 for it? I think that is tax. Most likely. But yeah, it's possible in some countries it costs even more. We can apply it to everything. Okay, at least that's handy. I really need to check something out. Okay. This feels like the color palette is just completely off. I don't like it. Let's switch it to something soulless. Would this work? It's kind of better, isn't it? Switch the details to be something else. Submarine, everything's so nautical today. No, I think it's the taxes. And of course it might be different country to country as well. Let's make sure we have enough production of that. Keep researching things, so we have the sea hunters. Need to keep just grinding through the research. Can you queue up research? No, that's really bad because it flies like crazy. We can build the sea hunters now, I think. I'll build them here. They will need a pipeline though. Let's take a look at it. Whatever I did to support you, don't really care about the taxes. Yeah, thanks for that. But yeah, I'm not sure why Twitch does that. They should at least let you know that there's gonna be some additional tax involved. If they don't, then that's unfortunate. But it's not anything related to me, unfortunately. So I can't really tell you. Comes in a year. Okay, so yeah, fields are good, but takes a year. Also drones. Can you see your idle drones? Idle worker 6. Okay, but is it humans? Yeah, so only 3 drones, right? Makes sense. What about batteries? Are they fine? Looks like we are still kind of struggling on that. So we extended by 1 worker slot, even though it's gonna gobble up plastics again. And I would need another plastics factory soon, I think. At least we are getting drones out, so that's good. Somebody for 440 would be extremely cheap, to be fair. Well, you don't know 440 of what. Could be 440 tons of bullshitium, the most precious mineral known to man. Never stated what kind of schmeckles are we talking. Oh my. take a look at the food. Mussels, snails, yeah, small fish. It could be better. We could have another worker, but I'm really reluctant to do it. Same with this. This already has an extra worker. Maybe this, once this is built, it's gonna get better. We also researched something already. Low number of idle drones again. Let's get that. We also need a property tax soon. It then turns out to be a toy submarine, 5 centimeters long, yeah. You can put it on your shelf. Show it to people before the meteor hits, and then you have to live here. And then I'm gonna send you to gather plastics. Into the distance, never to return. It's okay. The drones can do it. Oh, just +1 power? That doesn't seem very good. Could boost this one. Where is the thing? It's not done yet. Okay. It will be done soon though. And I'll buy it. But this seems big enough as a model. There are some like people who are actually into modeling. There are some pretty crazy sized models of ships, like something that you would have, it would take up a huge amount of space. But also like the minimalistic ones, which are very small. Expansion one, no. Optimization, so reduce the upkeep of it, it wants oxygen, right. And then production. More bubbles. I needed to breathe again, thanks. Otherwise I would be dead already. I do modeling, by the way. I'll show some in Discord. Yeah, do that. It'd be nice to see that. I have some models of Warhammer 40k, but apart from that I never really modeled much. Only the miniatures. Research is complete. Let's research the property tax. This money is pretty good. We have 1 kid already. Interesting. Okay. So we have some empty houses still. Good. But I'm nowhere near those guys on YouTube that do the armor stuff. Oh yeah, that's insane. I saw a couple of these. They are pretty insane what they can pull off. They're really cool. We need a new turbine. Let's build a new turbine. Right here. It's connected to the infrastructure. Do it, yeah, this way. Okay, we've researched the directive. Let's get raw seafood budgeting, production, and then we'll activate the property tax. Because we are running low on credits. The research cost is high. Yeah. That's why. So we should be making more and more drones, right? Yeah. Might want yet another plastics factory, but I'm reluctant to make it just yet. But maybe that's what we need. It's gonna be a lot of batteries too, soon. Now we are making surplus, finally. Let's get another plastics factory. This, just these things, they feel absolutely ginormous. I'm not sure if it's just me or something, but it's massive. No, I've built it wrong again, I think. Or is it? Is this how you want it? It's dead. Yeah, it's fine. Let's do that. Raw sea sponge. Could gather some of it. around here. Plus, if we find any plastics or anything, we should be also getting that. There's this crashed ship, but I don't think we can really get anything from that. Get the stone, I guess. There is some plastics. And iron. Can also get that. If they're idle. Research. We've done that. Let's research this, even though it's costing me a lot of money. What about this thing? You could have another worker in it. Should really have to do 50% of efficiency. It's gonna get the worker. Then it's gonna be fine. Turbine is being built. That's good. It's gonna take a little while. Even your pipe thing is sounds like it's timing, so it is very thematic, is it? Well, just to wait until we are playing Callisto Protocol or Dead Space again. It's also gonna be thematic in space, I guess. Let's get that. Let's get this. People, good. We need people because it means money. And it wants me to research clothes shop. Let's do it, even though it might be a bad idea. So it will probably want a bunch of stuff. Was it just full? Okay, let's upgrade it. Clothes shop? Yeah. I don't know from what we are gonna make him. I guess sea sponge is the answer to all of our problems. But post-apocalyptic sea colony of 10 people, yeah. Clearly that's what we need, Jake. Don't judge me, okay? I'm just here as you, as an observer. I'm not really responsible for any of this. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, you know, we are just taking a look at it. That's what this is. Is it good so far? No. Some of the stuff is kinda cool, but it has some problems. Elasticity being one of the key problems. As he talked about, the backstory doesn't fit at all, but what else? Okay, we don't have enough drones, I guess. Only more food. Did we research new food thing? Underwater field. We can, but it's gonna be costly, but yeah, it's part of their requirements to grow, I guess. So let's get it. So let's get a field like that. Did we build it or not? Oh, it wants a structure as well. So it wants to be bigger? Oh no, it wants me to place it like more like that, and then it has a structure like that sticking out as well. So if we build it here, it actually makes sense, right? No, it wants me to just, we will be in the south. The ginormous structure is gonna stick out in the south. That's how it works. Okay, so let's just make it here. Let's just make it here and be happy. Yeah, sure. Build it. It will probably require pipes. Oh, it does not. Warehouse is too far away. I don't think so. No carrier drone. You don't have drones. You don't have enough drones, that is. We should make some soon. This is subsea colony of libertarians after all. And if one of them wants to open a tailor and over the shitty, or to deny him, yeah, clearly. There is a huge market that's unexploited, right? All amongst the other 9 people here, and one of them is a child. It's gonna make big buck. Upkeep 160 because it's a job. I don't think we can support that yet, but let's make it happen. If we die, it's one more reason to not continue. So, you know, onwards. That or that, let's just build it here. It doesn't fit anywhere, so just have a giant clothes factory in your backyard. It's gonna be fine. Also, people are suffocating. They don't have enough oxygen. So I will fix it by producing more. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah, and someone is dying here. It's fine. Now they are fine. That's why you kind of need tanks for oxygen and stuff like in Survival Mars, but here you don't have that. Instead, you just kind of go with the flow, and suddenly something starts lacking. You just need to immediately fix it, or there are issues. This doesn't sound very good. Let's get a depot right across to it. More depots are good. It's just gonna require more drones. So I'm thinking maybe a second drone factory might be good. Because I think people are working in there, most likely. Where do we build that? Honestly, just in time delivery makes sense in survival situations. Yes. Exactly. I guess these are the things that they will probably add later. Like, we shouldn't judge it too harshly, I guess. But it just feels so off to me. Why would you not have that? It's like a very basic thing, you would think they would have. But, you know. Maybe not. I need more drones. Constantly need more drones and food. It's just balancing. They've built a clothes shop. The important things are here. Let's reduce the upkeep. It'll pay you less. That's an upgrade. It's totally legit, okay. And we can produce more, but I don't think that's necessary. I think this is gonna suffice. So it uses plastic for clothes, right? Yeah, and energy. Quite a bit of it. So they have 100% satisfaction, even though we are not really providing them with anything. What are the clothes satisfaction listed as? It's goods? Basic goods, yeah. No consumption of them though. We'll go on subsurface base level 2. Upgrade. We need more drones. That's why we're building this. Let's hope it happens soon. Sponge and iron is needed. Right. We'll make it happen. This thing's gonna go optimization, production boost. We need energy now, so let's boost the turbine. Let's do it again. There's no reason not to. This is not built yet, it's fine. Missing electricity. Except no. We are not missing electricity anymore. You shouldn't complain. You are connected to our pipeline. which is connected to this. Oh, okay. Repair it. Clay pit collapsed. Let's fix it. Maybe that was the issue? No. Why are you bad at life? Everything's here. Just need to grab it. I'll go and make a turbine over here. We'll need a new one eventually. Anyways. It's still a mess, even on this map. But yeah. This is not how I would like to build, but due to how large some of this stuff is, you just end up with it looking like this. This is the industrial zone, I guess. But it has everything in it. Food is not looking great. Let's keep researching, we've researched that. House 2. Prosperity combo. Gatherers places proximity sponge collector gains production bonus. Let's do that. And then we'll do another food production building, which is the gatherer. We'll put it right next to this. Got the storehouse. Assign mariculture. Mariculture plant, seaweed or sea cucumber. Sea cucumber, you would eat them? It's just gross. I don't know if you ever saw one, but they are not good. Seaweed, the aquatic organism similar to plants. Yeah, seaweed. Just add that. It's a little bit less hideous. And then we can add a thing, so we can alternate. I'll just keep one type of food. What does it say about the sea cucumbers? Let's take a look at it. Sea cucumber. The lack of stable food sources made these maritime animals a popular dining option in the recent decades. Decades. Okay. Seaweed. The aquatic organism similar to plants. Much of species are edible. But yeah, popular sea cucumbers. Yum yum. Yeah. No. If you ever saw one, you know why. And saw one is one thing, but if you know how they operate and what they are, like, no, you wouldn't eat that. I don't think that's possible. Like, we would have to just pulverize it into a powder or something and then add it to stuff. Otherwise, people probably wouldn't be able to eat it. Garlic and marinade for a sea cucumber salad. Or just anything, just dump it in Tabasco or Sriracha, anything you can to get it down, but unfortunately Sriracha is also made of sea cucumbers, so there is no escape. Once again. Some World Economic Forum situations here. What is this? Fuel. It's fine, it should have... Oh no, we don't have a connection, I don't think. To this thing, right? It's because this doesn't have a connection, right? Well, now we know. You will eat the sea cucumbers, yes. And you will be happy, don't forget about that part. You will eat this box. Yeah. It's totally right, by the way. This just... It has that sort of vibe, but we should be grateful it's not Ixion, or Ixion, whatever it's called. You know, it's the Frostpunk in space. Apart from it really isn't. There, it's literally that. And if you know the story, it's like absolutely hilarious. It's like, people bad, people want war, and then just one fucking fucktard just wrecks Earth because of his little pet project. And it's like, yeah, totally innocuous and legit. This is what needed to be done. No. I don't enjoy the story or the characters, or this, like, some of the things are kinda cool, Like, it's the same with this game, but there it's just like absolutely, like the main thing you do there is produce bugs. Produce that. No. I really don't want to live in that sort of universe or play in it. If it gave me options, but there are no options in the dark future of that game's existence, there are only bugs. So no, it's not my kind of game at all. But if you like it, it's fine. I won't blame you. It's just not my game. So we have enough plastics now. That's good. Let's take a look at the research. We need energy production, global improvement that increases production of energy resources. Crude oil, fuel, battery. Okay, that's decent. Let's get it. And so clothes are depleted quite a bit, it seems. It doesn't show consumption, but it does consume them. Because we had more a while back. Oh yeah, insulation is also necessary. Well, let's do that. We don't have it on a lot of our housing actually. So let's do that, and then this thing is gonna get more production. Hopefully that's gonna be good. It doesn't really, does it give you more money from giving them more things? It should, right? Otherwise, what is the point of making the clothes? Apart from like need, but should have some sort of reward. Seaweed is growing. But food is not looking great. How many drones do we have? 27? Yeah, that's decent. Let's get an expansion and big baskets on this. We constantly need more. There's a lot of production though. It's gonna be good. Could go in an expansion here as well, I guess. But that's because, yeah, we have 2 drone factories. That's why we are getting enough without batteries. It's still fine. Except people. Are we fine on housing? Let's hope so. I would like a bigger dome before we have to like build a new one. I'd like it to be the bigger one. You can get a house too. There's a collapsed clay pit. Let's fix it. What do we get? I think we've gathered all the piles around. Maybe there's some stuff left. Not a huge amount of it though. Some stone. Is there anything actually useful like this? Yeah. Okay. It's just a little bit far. That's fine. There is a stockpile area here. Should help. So is it a thing we can enact? No. It's just an upgrade, I guess. So now we have House 2, allows building stand residency in the domes with a capacity of 5 citizens. And then Trade Port, allows facility to maintain submarine vessels. Decorative plant, all of these things side by side. What do we really get? The obvious one, please. House 2, plastics and iron. Oh, let's make it happen. It's just taking the same footprint, which is good. But yeah, this is the same sort of thing with Ixion, right? If this dome is like taller, why wouldn't you utilize the tall space more? Space like this would be at a premium, I would imagine. But it's still like, it's single family, so if the single family happens to be just one person, they'll sit in the one house and they will be there alone. And they will not let anyone else in, I don't think. That's how it works. Which is kind of weird. Can build a trade port now, great. Let's go and research shrine. It's an iron mine. Okay. Production. Food production, security, public buildings, trade port, large base that established. Oh yeah, it's massive, of course, it's not even a question. Trade orders have to be issued manually, okay. Let's build this thing here. Don't have many other great spots for it. Also, can we upgrade this thing now? No. Pipeline is leaking again. Why is it happening constantly? Just click the button. It's fine. So that needs to look fine. Thanks to the upgrade we've got, we have a lot of power now. Oxygen is just about right, which isn't good. So you'll need more. So you'll need a new oxygen producing facility, which will consume some energy, which is fine. Let's get a new oxygen thing. Parasites. It can have parasites. Alright. So all the people are just going to grab the clothes and then bring them to their house. So it works. We also just consume a shit ton of them. Like, this is not supplying these people with the clothes that you would think. Like 15 people? How many shirts do you need? Like, you came with some clothes, right? So I don't know, I just feel maybe since it's like the one thing they can do, they just like compulsively buy them or something. Street lamp. Oh, let's just get a shrine, I guess. Then we'll do the mining. This thing is done now, okay. What do we do? Street lamps. Yeah, the housing above, I guess. I don't know why. Everything's so bright here. We can, oh yeah, there's a fee, we can trade stuff. I don't think we need to. We can just sell things if we really wanted to. If we overproduce something, which we might. Let's just not bother with it, just have it if we ever need to like buy something specific, but yeah, I don't think we need to use it right now. Per post-apocalyptic colony of 14 people? Yes, clearly that's what we need. There's also a shrine. That's what we clearly need as well. What does it say about the shrine, by the way? Consider the ability to construct a small sacred building that satisfies the residents' spiritual needs. Okay. It avoids being offensive, I guess. We'll see if it has any symbolism on it. My bet it's not gonna be a cross. Shrine, it's just something. Okay. So let's build it. How large is it? We just, you know, have it here. It's fine. No cable car. See how it looks like. Poseidon Shrine. Okay, it's a new religion. I guess it's thematic, so that's bonus points at least. It's not just something jank like in some of the post-apocalyptic games where you just have something awful for a shrine. This is kind of at least it's fitting the theme a bit. So, you know, could be worse. It gets pretty dark down on the seafloor. Not here. Here it's very bright. But yeah. The lighting itself would probably be provided by, like, you would have lighting in here. Instead of lamps, you would just build it into the structure itself, right? Why would you bother with lamps? Optimization, we don't need to. Oh yeah, optimize, like, consume less power, but don't put out more yet, so we have enough. Okay, and so we are growing. What's the research? We researched something again. Immigration incentive. Enables to apply liberal immigration policies. Why would you? Yeah, it's more people, I get it. It's just sounds weird to research and apply something like that. Drone contribution enables drone network to assist digital banking services. The result is weekly increase of more credits. Transport fever. Faster drones regulation is good. Let's get that first. If I was forced to live under the sea, the last thing I would want is to be constantly reminded of it. Let's measure Poseidon SIP. Yeah. That's why it's just it says like, yeah, provide people with stuff so they forget that they have to be here, but not really. This is their shrine now. Think of it what you will. But I say, at least it's thematic, you know, it could be more boring. So that's good. What's not good is they want another clothes shop. These 15 people, or 16 people, have been just running this dry. How? This is just completely off. Okay, where is it? I've unlocked something, I think some decorations or something. Which we'll have to place, right? Beautification plant. It wants seaweed. Decoration banner. It has minus. Okay, let's put this thing in here. So give them a couple of plants to look at. Something green, yes. But the clothes shop is just, it's completely off. It shouldn't be like that. And I cannot upgrade it more. Well, it wants me to build another clothes shop. I need to build another clothes shop. It's massive. It's really bad. I don't want to build it. But I don't have a choice. I guess you just make a drone for industry. That seems like a thing I need to do. And we only have access to the basic ones still, right? Medium dome is medium dome research, which is somewhere like, how is it? It's gonna be further away. So let's make another one. Over here. It's not good because that's like kind of far away from all my other stuff. At least build it where there is access to a storehouse easily. Build it here. What kind of god-awful selection does a clothes shop have that cannot satisfy 16 people? Well, it's not about the selection. He is constantly burning my materials by producing clothes out of plastic. But everyone's just ripping his hands off. Everyone's just constantly buying like 16 shirts per day, you know? So this ginormous building is just unable to produce enough clothing for these people. Let's research this. Straight now insurance. I misplaced it by a tile. It's fine. Okay, so in here we do. I'm gonna build 2 clothes shops here, and this is gonna be our industry area. I don't want to build this in the regular dome for living in. Just feels wrong. And so we'll connect them with a rail car, I guess. Cable car. Connections, build a cable car station. Okay. Water soluble clothes. Yeah, clearly. Okay. It has ginormous upkeep as well, which is not good. So 2 clothes shops. I'm gonna just shut this one off. You go away. Can we just destroy it? Clear buildings and resources. Yes, go away. And then we will have to boost our power. Well, it looks like now we are fine, but it could use another turbine. Just I'm constantly building it wrong because it's just offset. But it's the nature of this piping. This is gonna be something. Yeah. Let's just keep it as a monument to my stubbornness. It's like the road squiggles in Caesar. Horrible. So we've got these two. They should both be working. Let's hope they satisfy the consumption right now. How many people do we have? We have 16 adults plus 3 children. 8 families. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We still have some homes, but one more probably wouldn't hurt. Or 2 more. I'm just gonna do 1. Produce basic goods. Yeah. We need more, clearly. 2 factories for clothes are clearly not enough. It's gonna get better, maybe. It should, hopefully. And so, how many drones do we have? 36? It's quite a few. So that's good. Now, food is looking better already. We don't have tier 2 food yet. But with the tier 1 stuff, we are doing okay. Good to hand it to Ixion and Aquatico for being so bad that I went crying back to my beloved Caesar 3. Yeah. There's something to be said about that, isn't it? So why would you otherwise, if the games are actually good? If you had hopes, they are dashed. From the Marocs. So, you know, it's just... Maybe it's subjective, I don't know. Maybe there are some people who like these games. I just don't. And there's nothing that can persuade me otherwise. And since they are not gonna change the fundamental basics of the gameplay, I don't think it's gonna get much better. So I'm just gonna take a look at it and then we'll just get rid of it. And since we've been playing it for 3 hours, I think there is no possibility of a refund now. Should be getting... no, not that. Let's see what people like about it, yeah. Well, with Ixion we already can read about it. Of course there's gonna be some level of advocacy for the devil, as there usually is. But some good arguments would be good. Basically flawless, Bros 1. The graphics are fantastic. Absolutely on par with many AA city builders like Planet Zoo, City Skylines, and Anno 1800. Number 2, over 100 different buildings to build and over 40 different resources to harvest and manage. You can pause the game, plus play the game on 2, 4, and 8 times speed. Number 4, the research tree is extremely big. After 8 hours of gameplay, it's not even researched 50% of the game yet. Number 5, your colonists, humans, don't live on the seafloor, they live above your city in air-filled glass domes, and caring for your colonists really adds a whole different layer of complexity to the game, which I love. Clearly. I'm sold. What's the refund policy on Steam on how many hours do you need to not have to be eligible for a refund? I think it's like 2 hours. If you play for 2 hours, your refund is gone, I guess. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's fine. Usually still get it if you are minus the sub 3 hours. Well, yeah, I don't feel like we should be playing more anyways, but let's just roll with it, I guess. I don't know, it feels like it's a sandbox sort of game. It's not going anywhere, it's just you're building stuff, but nothing really happens. Even if you tune the disasters to max. I'm not sure. It's just, it doesn't have that thing like, even in Frostpunk, right? You have all the various decisions, you have the laws, you have things that constantly happen. People bitching about, oh, my kids have to go to the mines. Yes, and that's gonna happen. And it's up to you how to, like, decide upon it, right? Since some harsh mine that's going, okay. I funded this, then I got a free key from the devs. Yeah, I suppose they were not too happy about hearing that you didn't like the game too much. But yeah, suffice to say, I'm not impressed either. There are many better colony simulation games, and this one just, the entire setting feels off. That's the most troubling part for me personally. It's just, it doesn't feel like a freaking apocalypse game. This feels like a technology utopia game. You have these things which we wouldn't be able to do now, not to mention if we got hit by a huge disaster like that. And so if there was a different kind of setting to it, maybe it could be more interesting, but like this, it just erodes that feeling of it making sense completely for me. I like some of the things in the game. It's kind of novel, but I don't think it justifies the price or the yeah, the thing that this game could have been. The large buildings are also a huge pain. It's an insult. Can't really blame this for not living up to Season 3. Season 3 is the best game made after all, yeah. I think it's the subsea setting is wasted, yeah. It's a coat of paint rather than an immersive setting. Yeah, exactly. But I have issues even with the industrial ones. Like, everything looks so, I don't know, like, can you tell a difference immediately between plastics factory and a refinery and this? Like, these things, I don't know, it just blends together into a giant mess. And the sheer size of each structure makes it a little bit difficult to fiddle around with it. At least in my opinion. I'd like them to be smaller. Just easily could have been on the moon, yeah. Oh. See, Jake has a lot of Season 3 on his channel. Must have looked wrong. I'll just call it here. I think I've seen enough of this to say that it's just not gonna happen for me. Maybe there are people who like this sort of thing, but yeah, for me it just doesn't really have an appeal. Also the piping, it's just horrible. You end up with the squiggles because the buildings have like the little barrier around them where you can connect the pipes, but sometimes you don't realize how that works and then you connect it or build it too far. It's also frustrating. Oh, let's just call it 72 Caesar 3 videos now. About to be 74. Yeah, Twitch should also have some, but Marok himself. Yes, and they are still prized, I think. People liked them. Best thing you can say about this game that it looks kind of nice. Yeah, I guess that's fair assumption. But anyways, it's gonna be it for looking at this thing. So no more, please, no more. And I'm gonna be trying to sell it back to the people who made it, but we'll see if it works out or not. And let's rate someone. Who is doing what? Kaladin, I guess. I don't know what he plays. He plays something really weird. I never heard of it. Eternal Eyes. Hopefully they will buy of you as fast as those 14 people buy clothes. Well, let's hope that happens. I would wish that as well. But anyways, it has been a pleasure and see you around. Bye.